Welcome back, folks, to Shivers here on the heavybass channel. We found the last missing location of another open jar, and we found the last one, the Jade one, which was occupied by the spirit of Merrick. We've officially confirmed that all the characters are dead, which means I can no longer fuck about and head off. But more importantly, there is a bit of a side quest that we're not supposed to come up to this room till much later, but from our location it is a lot easier to get to the museum from here. This is a puzzle that we can technically solve now in order to get an item for much later. This is an electrical puzzle, or something that you're not supposed to find in a museum via 1980s. This is way too advanced, which I kind of agree here, but this is a puzzle, and we need to solve it immediately. For comparison reasons, you need to match. See, the puzzle we have is a bit advanced what we have right now, so we kind of have to make sure that everything fits via circuits. Otherwise, we get an electric shock. Doesn't kill us, but it prevents us from actually making sure. This is a very advanced puzzle, I will agree. This is definitely way more advanced than the museum is expected, but we need to. The difficulty of this puzzle is basically the jumbled amount of wires here, and as soon as you find out where each of them goes, then basically that is. There's only 9 of these slots, but this is also probably but it's also a good memory puzzle, but it's also a pain in the neck as well, because you gotta try and find which one absolutely matches, which is a major pain in the neck. So this will probably take some doing, but it is a while. So the only research I can think of here is if you go around and do it in segments, like I'm doing here, this will probably be solvable really quickly, and this will help us along the way. All we have to do now is try and find out which parts go where. That's your problem with memorization, is that once you memorize where things go, then it just becomes a pain in the ass. Yeah, that didn't work. So you may want to avoid that for temporary. So that's the correct solution. That's how it should be working. From here on out, you want to place that there, which technically that works. Which obviously means that we need to finger about things about, and that is not it. That is the solution, which means if we move that down to the left direction, but make sure the yellow components are all headed to the top right. Yellow components on the top right. You can do it. This should be it, I think. Think so? That's the one. Yeah, no, nearly. And should be the right way. Just make sure those F's about. That's about it. Come on. I had the solution. I think some of you are going to be screaming at home by the time I get this done. Come on, you can do this. It's not exactly hard. Their base. It just needs to find the last few bits, that's all. I believe I had a couple of the puzzles right. Yeah, this is yeah. Puzzle solved! Machine now works, and it gives us. Oh, I know that bit. That's the head of the. That's the head of the sand Ixupi. Oh, that's the head part for the sand talisman for this. We got the thing needed for the museum. I knew it. I just knew it. Okay, so in order to get back to the corridors where we were, this is probably the only viable bit of the whole thing. Is that you can technically go this way. I highly doubt you want to come this way, but you may want to do this one. You have to remember where you put the thing. So, thankfully, now that I already have the things, I do believe we're gonna head back to where we placed the sand Ixupi, or rather the talisman for Ixupi. I believe if you hear the chandelier rustling, don't look upon it. Yeah, that's the location, and that is where I put the base of the sand Shupi. So, now that we have the talisman for the sand, now we have the talisman ready for the sand Shupi, as I mentioned before, drop everything because there's only a couple of places in the entire museum that the sand Shupi likes to lie. Most of the time, it is in here in the exhibit. And if you hear a rustling round, say, ooh, right there, that is the prime location where it is. And if you basically let it do its thing, you will lose some health, which is true. But most of the time as well, it can also run away. Yeah, if a Shupi gets you, it has the ability to move on to another part of the exhibit. Thankfully, there's not much that we can think of. We could go anywhere. No, the other location of the sand Shupi is the plant area where you were in, where I said that there was nothing there. No, more or less, since I haven't done this in a while, but we got that thing, we're hopefully gonna try and catch the sand Shupi in its natural home, which is in here. We can't approach it, but if we approach it like this, and then we do this, not only do we get our missing health back, but we've also caught the elusive bitch. That is Shupi number 3. And with that, we'll get to explore the rest of the museum. Our missing people are officially confirmed dead, and it's going to get pretty dangerous from here. It's not going to start taking this seriously, otherwise I might be joining them in the future. So hopefully that will not happen. See you guys next time, folks. Bye for now.